And what is good, guys? UCF Jaguar here, and I reached a huge benchmark recently in my YouTube career as last Tuesday I surpassed 1,000 total subscribers on my channel. So, man, I'm so grateful for this. I just want to give a quick thank you to all you guys who are subscribed to my channel. I started this channel on January 21st, a few weeks after the Jaguars' last regular season game, and in this 7-month span I was able to collect 1,047 subs, 110,000 video views, all in about 93 videos. So, you know, I'm so grateful that you guys are watching my videos, really enjoying my videos. You know, I just wanted to go a little more into kind of why I started YouTube. So I actually grew up in Jacksonville, and I grew up a huge Gator fan and a huge Jaguar fan. And, you know, growing up, I actually followed Florida a little bit more just because, you know, my dad went there and we used to go to a bunch of games together. But, you know, I graduated Fleming High School in 2012, and then about a month or two later, I actually went to UCF. So I started school down there in Summer B, and, you know, really once football season kicked around, I really just started embracing the Jaguars a lot, just mainly because, you know, I don't go to University of Florida. And it's like they just felt like my real connection back to Jacksonville. So, you know, in 2012 I watched every single game of theirs in my, you know, dorm as they went 2-14. But then once 2013 kicked around, I really, you know, that's after they fired Mularkey. That's once they brought in, you know, Dave Caldwell, Gus Bradley, and just a new regime came in. And, you know, from there I pretty much started following every single move they made, and I was just really into it just because, you know, back in college, I didn't really have any cable in my room or anything, so, you know, I was always just on a computer. I was always just trying to find more, you know, just kind of watch my football that way. And then, you know, that's also when I got really into YouTube because, you know, I don't have cable, so I got into YouTube just because you can search pretty much anything in the search bar, then, you know, you'll be able to find videos. And, you know, I'm not a big book reader, and I read enough books while I was in school, so I was always on YouTube, so I always just really enjoyed just watching that in my free time and whatnot. And, you know, one day I was like, you know, maybe I might make a channel one day. But then I was in college for 4.5 years, and it really just seemed like, you know, everything, it was like my life was basically work and then it was school. You know, I was always doing one of the things, and I always had all kinds of different extracurricular stuff going on. You know, I was in a fraternity, I was in different, you know, like sports club, or not sports clubs, just like clubs. And I actually played, you know, lacrosse at UCF my freshman year, but, you know, that kind of got, you know, too much for my schedule. But, you know, I was doing just a bunch of different stuff, so I never, you know, I just didn't have much free time. But I graduated UCF in, you know, December 2016. So once, you know, I graduated, my extracurriculars kind of went down. And then all of a sudden my life was, you know, basically 40 hours of work. And then, you know, I got to do anything I want. And, you know, I just had so much free time. Like, I didn't know what to do with all that free time. So, you know, I used to watch guys like, you know, on YouTube, like Voch Lombardi. I really liked his channel. Brett Coleman, I think his name is, I really liked his channel. You know, I used to watch Jaguar YouTubers like Jagganoff and T. Kirk, and I was just like, you know what? I feel like I know a lot about the Jaguars. You know, I feel like I know a lot than a normal person. And then, you know, being in Orlando, there's not many Jaguar fans to talk to. You know, I talked to my brother about it, but, you know, I just feel like I have all these thoughts on the team. You know, every single thing I do, I have opinions on, and then, you know, I just never really had a good source to get it out other than through, you know, Facebook pages and whatnot. So, you know, one day I just put out my camera and just started like recording myself talking about the Jaguars. You know, my very first video, it's still on YouTube, but it's really, really bad. I was just talking about, it was like 2 or 3 weeks after we hired Doug Rowan. I was just kind of talking there, but, you know, I was just kind of starting out, didn't really know what I was doing. But then, you know, a few weeks went by, and then I just thought, you know, like, I'm not really satisfied with how I am in my videos. Whenever I do something, I have to go hard at it. Like, I don't half-ass anything I do. You know, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna kind of commit to it fully. And that's kind of what happened with this YouTube channel. You know, I thought I would just kind of turn on the camera, just kind of start talking and stuff like that, but I'm really not the best at that. I'm kind of the best with my Jaguar coverage, just to, like, you know, I want to have like facts in front of me. I want to be able to, you know, usually I have about 6 bullet points that I want to go through, then I'll be able to hit them, talk about them, hit it, you know, kind of in that order. And, you know, I feel like that's done really well for me. But just in this time, about a month or two in was when I started getting my logo together, got like some kind of like intro song, and then I thought, because I like to get my news from video sources, I like to kind of watch videos, and I just saw that there really is not much of a source of like Jaguars analysis through videos, especially just on like YouTube or Google, just wherever. They're usually from like national media sources, and I myself, I hate the national media because like every kind of coverage they do, they'll do it on the Jaguars, and then they'll talk about them for 45 seconds, and then they got to get in their little like jab at us. You know what I mean? And I don't really care about you talking about how much we suck and all that, but once they start like hating on the fans, because Jacksonville has passionate fans, very, very passionate fans, but they're just hiding behind the fact that we're not a good team. You know what I mean? Like when you see highlights of NFL teams and stuff like that, like you see Jaguar highlights, it's a lot of times you'll see empty bleachers or seats, just because it's usually the fourth quarter, the game's over, and we're getting garbage points. You know what I mean? And then people see that, people see our highlights and they're like, damn. But like, so I really like being able to bring this kind of stuff to Jaguar fans, like a good source of, because I like to put out the news, and then I like to give my own analysis on the news, you know what I mean? So you don't have to give a shit about my opinion, but at least you get to kind of hear the source, hear what kind of news is going on. But it's kind of cool because when I was doing this channel, I thought that only the Jaguar fans be watching my stuff, but I have a bunch of just like people that have reached out to me say, I'm not even a fan of your team, but I enjoy watching every single one of your videos just because you're really the only good source of Jaguars news I can get. And it's kind of cool just doing that, just because I'm gonna give my analysis in a way that's not bashing the team. I may say we suck and everything, but I'm not just gonna pointlessly bash. So then, with the national media, usually the Jaguars are the team they know the least about. So a lot of times they don't know their shit, so they just throw in their jabs kind of in there to make up for it. But I feel like I know a lot more about the Jaguars than they do, just because I watch every single press conference the Jaguars have. I'm always reading up on news updates and stuff like that. So I may not have the opinion of like a former player or a coach, but I have my perspective as a 23-year-old who's still learning the game. But when I got into this channel, I set a goal for myself, because I thought that I basically said that I want to get to 1,000 subscribers before the start of the regular season, and I was able to get that with about 3 or 4 weeks to spare. So I'm really happy about that. Like I wasn't gonna sit here and be like, I'm so surprised I have this many subs, but one thing that I am surprised about is like how many video views I'm getting. My last what 10 plus videos, Jaguar related videos that I put out, usually get at least 1,000 views. They get between 1,000 to sometimes like up to 3,000. So that's crazy to see, because I was expecting, if I had 1,000 subscribers, I'd be getting about 750 views per video, because I was thinking about like at a 75% ratio, percentage of people my subscribers and just other people like watching my videos or whatever. So that's really cool. That's super humbling. I'm glad I'm able to do that. And now the next benchmark for myself, you guys may think I'm crazy, but by the start of the next regular season, I want to be able to have 5,000 subscribers. Now, I just want to be able to, because this is a Jaguar page, man. I'm representing Duval out here. I love talking about the Jaguars. I love how you guys are, actually care about my opinion, because, if I was getting like, 40, 50 views per video, I probably wouldn't still be doing this, just because, I do put a good amount of effort in this video. I'm always trying to like upgrade my channel, stuff like that, and also give you guys just a new kind of variety of ways to watch, different videos for you guys. I'll do live streams, of course I do analysis. I've done like live reactions of, draft picks and stuff like that. I also, gonna do immediate post-game kind of stuff where, I might be pissed off, or might be, I'm gonna record right after the game, so there's no telling what kind of stuff is gonna happen during the regular season. But I brought you guys a cribs video. I thought that was sick as hell. That was super fun to make. I'm gonna start doing more film room kind of stuff. I'm gonna keep up with a lot of the live streams during the regular season, so that's gonna be really fun. You know, basically before every away game, or just before every game I don't go to, because I'm gonna try to go to all the home games, but you know, you never know what might come up. But you know, I just want to thank you guys all for watching. You know, all my the different content creators out there and all my different subscribers. I'm not gonna name anyone individually just because I don't want to leave. There's really a lot of you guys. I almost wanted to write down a list of everyone to mention, but there's honestly so many people I really don't want to leave out. But just, you know, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subs. I'm so excited for the regular season. We're 13 days away from the first Jaguars game. A week from Thursday, we have the first, you know, we have Patriots versus Chiefs to kick off the season. So, man, I'm pumped. You know, no matter how bad the Jaguars are this year, I'm gonna be here with you guys suffering. So, you know, if you're ever pissed the hell off after a game, I'm probably gonna sit here pissed the hell off too. But, you know, you never know. We could be sitting here, you know, we could be really enjoying a good season together. So, really excited about that, guys. But once again, thanks for 1,000 subs, and go Jags. Duval!